Bondi seeks to indict Obama. Pam Bondi has ordered a grand jury probe into the Obama-era handling of the 2016 Trump-Russia investigation, aiming to evaluate the conduct of senior officials including former President Obama, Dad.
And Jack Smith.
Oh, right. I heard that,
former special counsel who brought the indictments against Donald Trump. This is terrifying on a number of levels. First of all, this is not something you do in our democracy. Fabricate a case against a former president, former officials, simply because they were doing their job. There is no truth to any of the allegations against Obama. Every independent authority, including myself, and I follow this very closely, who's looked at the so-called documentation, says there is absolutely no case there.
None.
None. Zero. Obama did not fabricate or, gin up claims about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Russian interference is well known. It's massive. You don't even need to read the redacted, declassified reports of the Obama and Trump intelligence community. Dan Coates, who was not a lackey like Tulsi Gabbard, but a well-respected former senator who was head of the Office of National Intelligence under Trump, firmly established that, in fact, Russia had massively interfered in our elections on behalf of Donald Trump. A bipartisan report of the United States Senate also concluded Russia massively interfered. And who was the leader of that report, Sam? Marco Rubio.
No, you're wrong.
Trump's...
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
No, it was Little Marco.
Oh, Little Marco.
You gotta get his name
I don't like
right.
calling people little, but...
Neither do I, but that's Trump's name.
Little Marco was right there. Exactly.
Little Marco.
Little Marco. And read the Mueller report. As you know, I'm no fan of Mueller. I thought he went way too easy on Donald Trump. But he documents massive interference by Russia. He doesn't claim that there was a criminal conspiracy, but he does demonstrate that the Trump administration welcomed this interference. And as I said, you don't need to read any of this. Just follow your own ears and eyes. Trump says, don't believe what you see and hear, believe only what I tell you. We all saw the massive Russian hacking of the Democrats and its massive release by WikiLeaks. How many Republican sources did they hack?
None. Well, None. They didn't make any of them public, at least.
Yeah, not that we know of.
Right.
None. And one of the biggest dumps came right after the dumps of documents, right after the
I know.
The utterly damning Access Hollywood tape in which Trump was seen bragging about grabbing women by their private parts because he was a star, bragging about chasing a married woman while he was married so he could have sex with her. There was a lot of talk this would drive Trump out of the race. And right after that, there was a huge release of hacked Democratic documents to change the subject and redirect attention away from the horror of the Access Hollywood tape.
The horror.
So this is horrific that our Justice Department, they're not Donald Trump's lawyers.
Are you sure?
They're supposed to be the American people's lawyers, and they're supposed to be the guardians of the Constitution.
Right. The number 2 guy at the Department of Justice is literally his former lawyer.
His lawyer, right. This is just something we have never seen the likes of in all of American history. And along with so many other things, it is a truly frightening blow against our democracy and a truly frightening blow against the search for truth. And it really chills me. If they can go after Obama, Who else could they go after, Sam?
I don't like that line. That's the line Trump always uses. If they can go after me, they can go after
Yeah, but
you.
it's true.
Yeah, but it's kind of meaningless in a lot
Went
of
after
ways.
Trump because they had real evidence.
No, I know, but this whole idea of like, if they can go after me,
Well,
they can
I
go
believe
after
that.
you. It's
I
like,
believe that.
anybody can go after anybody for anything at any point.
Wrong. That hasn't happened until the advent of Trump.
All right, I hear that, but I also feel like it's a little
I
bit
get
of
you.
an
You don't
empty-
like that line.
It's just an empty threat. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Well, I think it does.
I'm just a dude. Why? I mean, I don't know.
They
like,
won't go after you, but
I just don't think it's that effective. I don't think people are sitting there like, oh my God, now they might go after me.
Just you wait.
Okay.
They go after Harvard and Columbia.
Yeah, but
and
those are
big law firms.
Yeah, but those are like
They go after the
$trillion-dollar.
Smithsonian.
Yeah, but I'm not the Smithsonian.
Right. Maybe they won't go after you personally, but they will go after those who serve our country.